Hello ladies and gents, I'm the Beanie 101 and you're watching some more NHL 15 footage. Today I'm going to be breaking down the most recent trailer that EA have released as part of their gameplay series, breaking down the next gen hockey player. I'm going to be showing a few screen grabs, a few slow-mos, and tell you what my thoughts are of what I can pick out of this trailer. So here we go. First shot is of Sidney Crosby. He's clearly at Madison Square Garden, as you can tell by the very distinctive roof. And Crosby's looking good. The lighting effects are in full effect there, and not much more I can say about Madison Square Garden. It's an iconic arena. You then move over to Shea Weber. A couple of things that I've noticed here. Yes, the crowd is good. The arena looks distinctive. It looks very different from Madison Square Garden. And one of the things that I have picked out is look at the shoulder pads and look at the pants that the players are wearing. The shoulder pads look a little bit too big to me, and the hockey pants, I don't know, they've got a funny kind of plasticky shimmer. We move on to Jerome Iginla. Here you can see very clearly Iginla in his new Avalanche uniform. You can see very clearly the crowd in the background. You've got some Nordiques fans in there, and you can see some very nice texture work on the jersey. I especially like how the light is bouncing off the Yeti's foot on the top on the left shoulder of Iginla there. Here you see Nugent Hopkins. You're in oil country, so you're obviously at the Oilers arena here. What do I think about Nugent Hopkins here? He looks a little bit cartoony. Again, the shoulders look a little bit out of proportion. Not sure about his chin. It looks a little big for me, but there you go. What can you say? It's still very clearly Nugent Hopkins. Now, this is one thing that I do want to draw attention to. I've mentioned it a couple of times. I'm freezing it here. This shows the layers of the player that EA want to implement into this year's game. The three different layers: the player, the equipment, and the jersey. I think the shoulder pads on the jersey are on the equipment are a little bit too padded, and it gives a little bit of an awkward look. I've slowed down the jersey effects here, so you can see very clearly how the jersey is going to move. My concern is whether that's going to cause some glitchy moments. You never know. The jerseys do seem to be moving around maybe a little bit more than I would anticipate and that I would want. I'm replaying this section of the video a few times. I really like this, the way that the puck reacts with the jersey, and the fact that you've got a little bit of a flow there when the puck hits the jersey. It's something that you've not seen in the series to date, and I think it looks really nice and really realistic. I think they've done a good job with how this looks, and you're going to see a clip coming up in just 1 second of a shot being taken, and you can see there, you can see the impact of the puck on Henrik Lundqvist's jersey, and it looks good. You know, I think the ways that goalies are going to look when they're making saves and the way that the puck reacts off the equipment, it'd be interesting to see if it has a similar reaction off the blocker or off the thigh pads, off the it'd be interesting to see. Here's another shot of Johnny Tavares. A lot of people were concerned about the way that Tavares looked in the previous video that EA released. Here you can see him in all of his glory, and what I can report is that he looks better than he did before. You know, he looks better than the previous video. He looks very much like his normal self. The light again, maybe creating a little bit of a plasticky look on the jersey there. You've got a little bit of a look at PK Subban, and I'm going to freeze this right here. You may have noticed a little bit of a glitchy effect happening right in the middle on the left-hand side of Carlson's jersey. I'm going to roll the video forwards a little bit in a moment, but these are the sort of effects that, you know, I'd really hope that EA are able to iron out. You can see it here slowed down. There's a little bit of a glitchy movement on the jersey. It does not necessarily going to detract too much from the game. You then go into the section of the gameplay where EA are talking about the emotions that players show, and that there's going to be more emotion and animation in their faces. Here you can see Jeffrey Lupul getting knocked off the puck, big hit by PK Subban. I think this is something that was actually in NHL 14 though. What certainly wasn't in NHL 14, that's a good look on the Johnny Taves goal, but this sort of reaction from the goal scoring and the celebrations, this is something that I don't think that I've seen before. And again, you get a good look not only of Taves, the emotion on his face, but you get to see a really good look of the crowds in the background and how they react to certain in-game situations. You see Claude Giroux there with his missing tooth. You've got Burrows with a nice look at the Joe. You've got all the banners up in the rafters, and you've got a nice little depth of field effect there. You know, it looks like Cronwall in the background, slightly grey, slightly blurred out, and this is another good representation of the crowd and how they look when a team scores a goal. I'm really quite impressed with what EA have done with the crowd. Some may say that it's a bit of a superfluous element of the game, but I really like everything that they've done here. And again, you see Anisimov celebrating and the crowd really jumping up as a reaction to them scoring a goal. Again though, you do see the sort of plasticky nature of the jersey and the pants. You'd probably want a little bit more of a matte effect. Is it an upgrade on the previous generation, the Xbox 360 and PS3? Yes, it is. Little things that I also picked up on this Explore Features section. You see Nate McKinnon there making a nice little deke. And you've got the announcers that are being shown as well. But there you go. Those are some of my thoughts on the trailer. I've slowed some bits down, given people a little bit of a better look on some of the elements of that trailer. But let me know what you think. If you want to see some more NHL 15 footage, I'm going to be bringing it you whenever it comes out. So hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, if you want to leave a comment, then please feel free to do so down below. The link to the full trailer is in the description, so you can watch that at your own leisure. But thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.